Good morning, class. So, in our previous lectures, we have already discussed about the accounting terms and something about the accountancy, accounting, bookkeeping, and we have already seen different principles or the assumptions of accounting, as well as we have discussed something about the gap, that is generally accepted accounting principles, or Indian accounting standards or international accounting standards. So, after all these three chapters, today we are going to start chapter number 4, that is basis of accounting. As we have seen, once when you will start recording of business transaction, we have different policies, we have different methods of recording of transaction as well as maintenance of accounting records. So in this series, first, if we are going to divide basis of accounting, so that accounting can be divided on the two bases. First is cash basis and second accrual basis. So what is cash basis and what is accrual basis? And if we are going to maintain our records for our business organization, so which method we have to opt, which is the best one? So it depends on the business organization. If we are running small business organization and we are dealing only with the cash transactions, we do not believe in credit transaction. So in that case, we can move with cash basis of accounting. But if we have credit transactions are more than the cash transaction in our business, so we can use accrual basis of accounting. Okay. So first we have to find out the meaning of cash basis of accounting. So basically under this system of accounting, transactions are recorded in the books of accounts only on the receipt or the payment of cash. It means we used to record only the transactions which are in cash in nature. Okay. So in the business organization cash, it may be the receipt or it may be the payment. If we are selling goods, then even it will be receipt. If we are buying goods, then it will be payment. The income is calculated as the excess of actual cash received over actual cash payment of goods. Okay. Expenses, rent, electricity, that is everything is included into the cash payment. So in the cash basis of accounting, if we are going to calculate our profit or the revenues, so we have to find out difference in between the cash receipts and cash payments. तो हमारा जो कैश पेमेंट है वो हमारे कैश रिसिप्ट से कम होना चाहिए. Entry is not recorded when a payment or receipts merely due. Okay, if any kind of amount is due to creditors or from debtors, in that case we avoid to record it in the books. So in the cash basis of accounting, most probably we avoid outstanding expenses, accrued incomes and all. Okay, and this method is contrary to the matching principle. So it was something about the cash basis of accounting. So good thing in the cash basis of accounting, we used to record only cash transactions, cash receipts or the cash payment. Okay, and we avoid to record any kind of outstanding expense. It means expenses which has been due but not paid, and similarly outstanding incomes, it means incomes which has been due but not received, so we avoid it to record it. So second and the very important basis of accounting, that is accrual basis of accounting. So क्या होता है सर accrual basis of accounting में? Under this system of accounting, revenue and expenses are recorded when they are recognized. Recognized, it means when any transaction took place at that time we used to record it. Okay. Income is recorded as income when it is accrued, when transaction take place, as we have discussed, irrespective of fact whether cash is received or not. It does not focus on the receiving of cash or payment of cash. जब हम कोई ट्रांजेक्शन फर्स्ट टाइम किसी पार्टी के साथ में करते हैं, इट मे बी द कैश ट्रांजेक्शन और क्रेडिट ट्रांजेक्शन, एट दैट टाइम वी यूज टू रिकॉर्ड इट. हम लोग उसके सेटल होने का वेट नहीं करते हैं कि कस्टमर अपने को कब पैसा देगा, तब उस समय सेटल होगा, तब उस समय फाइनली रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. Under this system, expenses, especially outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income, or received in advance, everything we used to record in the books of account. Under the Companies Amendment Act 2013, all the companies are required to maintain their accounts according to accrual basis of accounting. अब अगर बात करते हैं कि सर नाउ इन द कैश बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग एंड एक्रूल बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग विच इज़ द बेस्ट, सो सिंपली दैट हैज़ बीन ऑलरेडी सजेस्टेड बाय द कंपनीज एक्ट जो न्यू अमेंडमेंट हुआ इन द ईयर ऑफ 2013. ऑल द कंपनी हैव टू प्रिपेयर देयर अकाउंट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू द कैश बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग, sorry, accrual basis of accounting, not on the basis of cash. So here, before taking any proper decision, we have to go with the features of both of the basis of accounting. So first we are going to discuss the features of cash basis of accounting. So cash basis of accounting, that is very simple, clear and straightforward, as accounting adjustments at the end of the year are not to be made. In this method, in this system, we are not going to make any kind of adjustment like outstanding or prepaid or accrual and all. So it's a straightforward. If we are receiving cash, we will record. If we are making payment, that we are going to record and nothing else. Okay, so that's why it's a very simple and clear. This method is flexible as one has the option of switching from cash to accrual basis of accounting and vice versa. So this is another very important feature. So this feature is quite flexible. As per the requirement, we can switch our accounts. If we are maintaining our accounts on the basis of cash system and later on we decided to maintain it by the accrual basis of accounting, easily we can switch. Or if we were using accrual basis of accounting and we want to continue with cash basis of accounting, even in that case also we can do. And it follows the single entry system of accounts. At the very beginning we have seen basically we have two different systems of recording accounting transaction. First is single entry system and second double entry system. Single entry system, that is also called unscientific system, but double entry system which is called scientific system of accountancy, and we used to follow double entry system. Okay, not as efficient, accurate and reliable as accrual basis of accounting. So here accrual basis of accounting, that is much more reliable and accurate in the comparison of cash basis. So cash basis of accounting is less importance in the comparison of accrual basis of accounting. No concept of matching revenues and expenses, as we have seen. In cash basis of accounting we follow single entry system. So in the single entry system there is no matching concept. Matching concept, it means for every income there should be some expense, and it is not a good management tool as there is a time gap between the actual happening of the transaction and its actual receipt of payment. Okay, basically this is not the proper. If we have sold out goods, then immediately we have to record it, not at the time when it will be settled down. And next, it does not conform the gap provisions, as in the third chapter we have seen something about the gap, that is generally accepted accounting principles, about the accounting standards or the rules of accounting. Once when we used to record the transaction, for that there are some rules, and cash basis of accounting does not follow all the rules. So it was the features of cash basis of accounting, but we have some advantages. This system does not require expert accounting knowledge. If we are just only know how to record transaction, then even we can manage our accounting records in this system. It is just based on the actual receipt and actual payment of cash. So there is nothing. What we used to receive, that we used to write one side and all the payment on the another side. So for that we can use a small notebook. We don't have to manage different type of the books. So writing works decreases in the cash basis of accounting. This is definitely cheaper than the accrual system of accounting, because in the accrual system of accounting we have to maintain different registers, different accounts, and in the we have to follow double entry system rules, and single entry system, that is very simple and that requires recording less number of transactions. Okay, then disadvantages are there. As we have seen, this system does not follow the rules which has been suggested by generally accepted accounting principles or the accounting standards. Okay, and on the basis of cash basis of system, we can't audited our financial statement, because in case of कैश बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग हम लोगों का जो ऑडिट होता है वो पॉसिबल नहीं होता है, उसमें सही डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं होता. And if one switches every year from actual to cash basis accounting and vice versa, there will be a lot of burden on the administrator, because we are going to switch. You can imagine, just like in the 11th standard you have started with science stream, and in the 12th you decided, no sir, I will continue with commerce stream. Then again you decided to change your stream. So you can think कि कितना सारा problem होता है. Similarly here, accountants or the administrator can feel lot of burden if they are going to switch their accounting methods every year. And basically company 8 does not consider this system. So there is no requirement to maintain the books of assets, liabilities and all, as we have to maintain in the accrual basis of accounting. There are chances of discrepancies, as on can show more expenses and less income, involving unfair trade practices in the business organization. May be possible some businessmen, they do some unfair trade practices, they adopt wrong method or the wrong things in the business organization, so they can alter their results. So here we have with advantages of accrual basis. So what were the demerits of cash basis of accounting? उसको अगर हम opposite कर लेते हैं तो that will be the advantages of accrual basis. Accrual basis जो है, in this we used to record all the income and all the expenses, and we do all the adjustment activities. Okay, and actual pictures can be get with the help of actual accrual basis of accounting. And basically most of the time investors, managements, everyone, all the accounting users, they prefer accrual basis of accounting for their decisions, and it prefer and follow the rules of generally accepted accounting principles. Along with the merits, we have some demerits of accrual basis of accounting. So first, there are some disadvantages using the accrual system, most of which revolve around the staff need to maintain the system. Basically in this system we are required a skilled person, because the success of maintaining of accounts under the accrual basis of accounting depends on the employees only. स्मॉल कंपनीज के लिए इतना सफिशिएंट नहीं होता है. ओके, एंड accrual basis accounting requires a least monthly reporting. At least in a month we have to prepare a report, so it will help us lot in the upcoming future. So it was the disadvantages of accrual basis of accounting, and lastly we are going to discuss the differences in between accrual basis of accounting and cash basis of accounting. As first, recording of transaction. On the basis of recording of transaction, in accrual basis of accounting we used to record all the transaction, cash and credit both, but in the cash basis of accounting we used to record only cash transaction. Second, if we are on the basis of profit and loss, on the basis of accrual basis of accounting easily we can calculate our profit and loss, but in cash basis of accounting calculation of actual profit and loss is not very easy. Okay, because here we used to record only the cash transaction, and what about the credit transaction, that we completely ignored. So net profit and loss can't be calculated in cash basis of accounting. Then next, capital and revenues. So in the accrual basis of accounting we used to divide capital and revenues items. Okay, capital revenues, it means that is related with assets, and revenue, that is normal business income or the expenses. But in the cash basis of accounting we do not do such a kind of bifurcation or division, so it creates problem at the end we can't easily get what is our capital or the revenue. And legal position, as we have already seen, accrual basis of accounting, that is recognized under the Companies Act, but cash basis of accounting is not recognized under the Companies Act. So it was the difference in between the accrual basis of accounting and cash basis of accounting. So hope you will enjoy this chapter. It was very easy, only theoretical part is there. So next chapter we have, that is chapter number 5, accounting equation or the business equations, that we will discuss in the next lecture.